Hi, and welcome to another Man Room Cigar Review with Dave and Tony. Today we're going to be reviewing the Illusione Ultra, the OP number 1. It's a fantastic cigar, and I'm really excited to review this one because I'm a big fan of the line. Dave, what are you getting so far off the cigar?
As we're getting into the cigar, it's kind of meaty. It's got a savoriness to it. It's also got like a nice dark chocolate and a sweetness to it, which is really cool at the end. It's a little bit of pepper coming into, which I expect throughout the cigar. It's a Nicaraguan Corojo wrapper with a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler. So I'm expecting there to be a lot of spice through the cigar, but so far it's kind of very faint on the end, which is cool as you get into its nice easy beginning to the cigar. It doesn't overpower you from the start.
Absolutely. When we first lit it, I got like a subtle leathery kind of a cocoa flavor from mine. The blend of tobacco from Esteli and Jalapia, however you say it. Cigar people, don't get mad at me because people pronounce that one all kinds of different. We're not going to sit here and get into a debate over that one. But however you say it, they got fantastic tobacco as well, so it's a really great mix. What do you think?
Well, I think this cigar has a fantastic construction. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the names. I don't want people getting mad at me too. But the construction of the cigar is fantastic. It's a very dense cigar. It's very thick to the touch when you first started. You can't really squeeze down into it, which is nice. It also is not really quite a box press. It has some edges you can see. It's kind of squared off, but it's not an actual square box press shape. And it's also not completely rounded. It's just a great construction. You can tell that it's made very, very well. The wrapper itself is actually a little bit oily, but it has like a velvet feel to it, which is nice. That nice deep brown wrapper that's on here too shows off the veins just a little bit, but not too much.
It really shows great construction. One of the things that I'm really crazy about when it comes to the Illusione line is a lot of companies nowadays will go for huge, crazy bands and ultra, fancy, intricate designs. Look at that, a nice, simple, clean, yet elegant band. I love it.
Also, the black interior of the band with the white liner or the white outline to the band just makes it pop off of this nice deep color wrapper.
It definitely shows well. So we're going to smoke a little bit further into these, and we're going to continue our thoughts on it.
So we're working into the second third of the cigar so far. The flavor is changing. It's kind of building on us, which is nice. It's escalating and kind of growing into an even more complex cigar. The strength is picking up. It's kind of moving to more of a medium full. It started out kind of a medium. It was kind of very smooth beginning. It's getting a lot more spicy and peppery now, I'm finding. Still getting a lot of that like cocoa, dark chocolate flavor. The sweetness is kind of gone. It's kind of actually come back into like a cocoa without like a chocolatey to it for me. And I'm getting just a lot more pepper, and it's a little less savory than it was before for me. What are you getting?
Mine's actually still pretty good as far as savory goes. I'm still getting some hints of cedar, but especially when you exhale, and you retrohale through the nose, I'm getting a lot of pepper, a lot of spice. It's very much at the forefront. It's still got a fantastic flavor to it. A lot of cigars, when they build in strength, some of the flavor profile will die off. But I think with this cigar, it's staying very pronounced and very much to the front of the cigar.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the bands, though, I mean, a lot of companies, they'll just do your regular Robusto, Toro, Churchill. They're really cool. Even, the names of the different cigars, they all have meaning, which I think is really cool. Like the Ultra is a shout out to Giolito's band, the Atomics that he was in, which is really cool. And like the 68 is his birth year. The HL, which is the Lancero, stands for the Holy Lance, because actually when they were younger, him and his band, they did a lot of like conspiracy related stuff. So I just think that's cool. It's outside of the box. It's different. It's not more of your streamlined classic cigar formula, and I think that's really what's catching on. And it's great marketing, if anything else.
All right, let's finish these guys up, and we'll let you guys know what we think at the end.
Alright, so we're finishing these up. I'm still getting great flavor off of mine. A little bit more pepper. The spice is definitely pushed most of the other subtle flavors out to the forefront. It almost has a slight bitterness to it, but without the negative connotations that you would usually associate with that. I mean, it's got a little bit of a tang to it, but kind of in a good way.
It's not really lingering on my tongue. So on the draw, I get a little bit of tang and a lot of spice and then a little bit of bitterness, but it's really not sitting in my mouth and giving me like the feeling you get sometimes where you just want to throw the cigar away. It's actually I want to keep smoking the cigar despite any of the flavor changes that are happening.
I'm still getting a really pronounced, like, leathery kind of flavor out of mine. It's kind of like you're smoking a couch, but in an awesome way.
Right, it's spicy couch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's still giving off great smoke, nice thick plumage.
It's really it's starting to warm up on me. I'm starting to feel the heat in my fingers past. I haven't taken the band off because it's such a small band, but it's starting to feel the heat past my fingers around the band area, which shows me it's actually burning deeper inside than the end of the actual edge of the burn, which could mean that the cigar won't last all the way down to the nub. I might not be able to get it all the way down there, but it's not overpowering yet. It's still a warm smoke. It's not really an overbearing hot smoke.
Yeah. Talking about the ash, I mean, I've had a great burn the whole way through. It's kept a pretty consistent, strong ash. It flaked up a little bit, but other than that, I mean, it's been fantastic.
My initial ash lasted me about almost 2 inches, and it flaked out a lot, but it actually was strong. I had to give it a nice firm shake to get that guy off, and my ash has been solid and consistent the rest of the way through the cigar. You can tell that nice firm construction that the cigar has is actually held up through the entire thing. It's shown proof that the cigar was nice and well rolled.
Yeah, this has definitely been one of my more favorite Nicaraguan cigars I've smoked, especially newer Nicaraguan cigars. A lot of times recently, they've been using them in blends and, as partial filling for tobacco, but as a standalone, this cigar has been fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and give mine a 9 out of 10, just for flavor complexity, for just how great of a smoke it's been, and for originality. I mean, just all the thought process that's gone into the cigar, I think, is absolutely fantastic.
I'm going to give it an 8 because I haven't fully gotten all the way to the end of the cigar, and if I can't get this guy to the nub, I'll be a little disappointed. The warmth of the cigar, I think takes it down for me a little at the end. It was a nice cool smoke at the beginning, and it got a little too hot for me. But the way that the cigar is built up, the complexity, it's been delicious so far.
Just the flavor alone is enough of a motivation for me to power through the heat. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Most tobacco stores you can find this. They're retailing anywhere from $11 to $13, depending on where you are. Maybe a little higher, lower, depending on what state you're in. But it's definitely a great buy. I recommend it.
I would as well.
All right. As always, guys, if you have any questions or comments, let us know below, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks.